You are now listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Podcast.
Welcome to Ride With Me, episode 155. Today is May 3rd, 2026. And again, before I introduce my guest, the hotline, guys, star 67 818 806 95 8595. See, now I'm messing up. 818-806-8595. The hotline is not going anywhere. It is there for your use. Call it, text it, whatever you want to do, hit me up. Instagram, Ride With Me Podcast. TikTok, FTA_podcast. YouTube, FTA_podcast. Again, Rumble, I stopped using it. Recently, I created a Patreon for donations, but honestly, what I realized is that, I'm sorry to say it, but websites take most of your money. Do not. I will still be posting stuff on Patreon, but do not post. Don't donate on Patreon, please. They keep most of the money. If you want to donate, you are more than welcome to reach out to me on my Instagram, on TikTok, anything, and I can give you my PayPal or Venmo or whatever you want to call it. I appreciate the gentleman that already donated twice, and I told him to not do Patreon because I feel bad that most of his money went to Patreon instead of me for what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to have it, and it went to Patreon. Most of it, was to Patreon. So nothing bad about Patreon. Just like I said, I don't want you spending I don't want you to spend your hard-earned money for a third party to keep. So I appreciate the donations anyways, no matter what. And, again, the sponsor, rev up your savings with SolarX. Fast, friendly, and affordable coverage for all drivers. Riding a motorcycle, they got you covered. Need an SR22? No problem. Get a quote today and see the SolarX difference. 818. I'm sorry, I'm giving you the hotline number. Call 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719. And shift your insurance into high gear. Again, call my boy Juan. And, yeah. And really quick, a recap. My guest today is Jasmine. She is from the motherland of Port Hueneme and Oxnard, where I'm from. And, she talks about at one point being a straight A student and a divorce changed all of that, being moved to a different environment, almost out of the different, county to go to different school, and life just changed for her. Went from straight A students to straight Fs. At one point, her parents caught her smoking weed, and they completely cut her off. Not like that, but pretty much. She had to pay for her own prom. She had to pay for her own yearbook and class ring. With that, she started, to be able to afford all this stuff, she had to get a job. At 16 at a movie theater. By 18, she was a manager, but, that wasn't enough. She started working for a bank. At one point, got fired from a bank because she was stealing. She won't say it. Just joking. I'm just joking, Jasmine. She was not stealing. She ended up getting, transferred from bank to bank to bank to bank, and she pretty much started losing time with her kids. No holidays, so she was like, this isn't for me. She ended up starting her own little side business, and which I guess at one point tanked it, and that wasn't enough. That was too much. And so she pretty much just shares her story about not giving up. Again, she did touch on a little bit on her partner, and she didn't really get into details on domestic violence. So don't bite my head off, guys, for not having follow-up questions. I had to delete them. She told me to delete them, so I have to respect my guest, or she's never gonna want to come back. So I did talk to her, maybe a future episode if she wants to open up Pandora's box. She's more than welcome to, but I have to respect her, guys. No, I did not have follow-up questions. At one point, she lived in a hotel, friends' houses, her dad's house, back and forth. She met some people that her kids became friends with the person's family, little girls, and she turned into skateboarding as a way of coping, which helped her create her business now. And she built SK805, and she has kids that she's training. She worked with Fishbowl Youth, And then homeschool. She works with homeschool moms to expand her business into other cities. I'm sorry, that's what the fishbowl. We're reading her notes, guys. Sorry. And then, yeah, just like I said, her story is, again, went from straight A's to F's, managing a theater at 18, getting fired from a bank, and then building a company, then losing everything, to now runs a community helping kids build businesses and confidence. So give Jasmine a listen, and thank you guys again. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Good morning, Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great. We had a little late start today. My OCD was kicking in, but hey, we're here now, right?
Yes.
We are here now. It's got to be the our hometown time, right? We're on that time. We don't.
Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly.
So again, like I always say, I meet my new friends on TikTok. This one was different. This one was actually on Instagram. She reached out. I followed because I started following people, just random people on an Instagram page closest to home. I just follow. This young lady decided to add and asked me. I asked who wanted to be on the podcast. She said, let's go. And here we are today. Good morning again, Jasmine. ¿Cómo estás?
I love how that works. Like, you just ask and it happens. Like, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right. And it's funny because I put it out there. Nothing. I put it out there. Nothing. I put it out there. And all of a sudden, like 20 people come on. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. And
Nice.
no, I appreciate you taking the time to do this. And the beautiful thing about you is that we both grew up in the same neighborhoods.
The best, Oxnard.
I actually grew up, I was actually born, I've said it before, I was actually born in a hospital in Port Hueneme on Ventura Road that is no longer there.
Oh,
They
man.
have that little elementary school right there on Ventura Road before you going towards the beach.
Okay.
That
And now
across the street there used to be a hospital. That's gone.
Oh man, yeah. The portion, the maternity ward is gone in the hospital that I was born in.
Also,
But to come like full circle, when I broke my femur a couple months ago, I went to the same hospital that I was born.
wow. Yeah. I can't say the same. I can't say the same. That hospital's gone. And for a long time though, we did live by the old St. John's on F Street.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the best like Halloween area to go. You're on like, and then me dressing up as Michael Myers every year. Dude, that's a perfect scene for that movie. Like,
Scare a bunch of kids.
F Street scaring kids, and then you have, like I said, at the end of the street you have an abandoned hospital.
Yeah.
Which is now an old people home, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, you are from Oxnard, Port Hueneme, and I was like, hell yeah, I got a hometowner.
I love it. I mean, my business is all throughout the 805, but Oxnard always has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, every time we go, because we moved from Oxnard back in 2017, so every time we go visit, we get over the Conejo grade, into camera, and you can see all of Ventura County. And I'm like, we're home. My wife's like, it'll never be home for me. I'm like, well, it's home for me. Nah. Actually, it's yes and no. Yes and no, but enough about me. No. So you gave me such a story on Instagram that I needed to break apart and put into bullet points because it's a long one. And I was like, this lady is organized. I love it.
I had my assistant do it, but thank you.
It wasn't even you. I'm giving you the credit. Just take it.
It was my scattered thoughts, and then I threw that into ChatGPT.
Oh, there you go.
And they gave it to me organized for you.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, that the only thing I needed ChatGPT for your notes was to add bullet points to it. That was it. That was it, because you gave me so much details that I was like, all right, cool. I like it. So let's get into it. Let's get into your story. Again, you grew up in Port Hueneme and Oxnard. Can you educate people on Port Hueneme and Oxnard? Besides the Port Hueneme being the best scene of Back to the Future 3, where they destroyed the DeLorean.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yep. I always say I was born down the street from there.
That's so cool. I mean, I was born on the, oh, not born. I grew up in the part of Port Hueneme where it's literally across the street from Oxnard. So there's like, you know, like the base, and then a few blocks away is the, they call it the Blue Ghetto.
The ghettos, yeah.
The blue ones. And then next to it is the southern neighborhood, some other condos, and that's where I grew up. So I was like, I was coming right next to them, and then across the street is literally Oxnard, and then Krista McCullough School.
Oh wow! Oh, I went to Krista McCullough School back in the 3rd grade.
Back when they had 6th grade at that school.
Yeah. I went to school there, 3rd grade. It was brand new. I think the school was brand new. It was just after the whole, a couple of years after the whole Challenger disaster. Yeah. But you talk about the blue ghettos, and I was just literally there a few weekends ago at the Toppers by the boats. Yeah. Yeah,
that was a good one. I love that one.
Yeah, I love that one. Toppers is great. You guys need to go to Toppers. Anyways, yeah, no, I grew up. I never lived in the blue ghettos, but I know of the blue ghettos, and they're still ghetto.
They are so, but also Oxnard is pretty cool because there's either like people who live here for like forever, for generations, so there's always someone to come back to and people to see.
Yeah.
And like crazy for me, like the house that I grew up in, it got bought by someone that I went to elementary school with, and like I know their whole family. Like,
there you go.
I go back to my childhood home if I want. Like,
nice, that's awesome. Yeah. You don't go to the house at a random during Halloween one year and knock on the door. Hey, may I use your restroom? And then they're like, yeah, and you know exactly where it's at. Weirdos. You know, so how does she know exactly where the bathroom's at? That's weird. No, I do. My mom moved a lot, so I can't say the same thing, but I can tell you where there's multiple houses. Oh, I live there. I live there. I live there. Oh, look, I live there. I lived in that hotel. I lived in that hotel. That's no longer a hotel. That used to be a hotel. It's just.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's funny because my kids always tell me that I don't have any friends. So when we went, no joke, we went to Oxnard. We were at the pier, and I had just told them about. We had our own sandlots. We had our own little lot across the street from our house where we played baseball. I bumped into the same guy that I played baseball with, and I was, hey, what's going on, man? I give him a hug and everything. I'm like, wait. When we were in the 8th grade, where was our sandlot? He goes, across the street from your house. And I looked at my boys. Said, all right, Dad, we believe you. Because now I had a witness.
It finally makes sense.
Yeah, now I had a witness. So they were like, because they always tell me that you don't have any friends. I'm like, cabrones. Yes, I do. So, and so you lived. Were you born in Port Hueneme, Oxnard, or you moved into Port Hueneme, Oxnard?
I was technically born in Camarillo.
Oh.
So I was born at the. I guess it's St. John's out here too, but it's like a different St. John's. I don't know.
Camarillo is the town that looks at us like we're low, we're trash.
To be honest, when I first got here, I felt like we were something like special. Like people would ask me my kids are Black and Filipino, so they have like puffy hair sometimes, and people would literally always ask to touch their hair everywhere we go. Like, what is this? Like, I've never seen a Black kid. Like,
yeah, there was a meme of the Family Guy where it said it was like, I guess it was a scene in the show where Meg was complaining about something, and they were all dressed up in like suits and everything. So one of them says Camarillo, one of them says Thousand Oaks, the other one says Ventura, and then there's Oxnard right there, like Meg being Oxnard. Like, oh man, they're throwing stabs at us. That's fucked up. Never lived in Camarillo. Nah, I don't think I ever lived in Ventura, but mostly Oxnard for sure. We like I said, we grew up in Oxnard. We were up and down. We grew up in La Colonia. You know where that's at, right?
Yeah. That's Oxnard.
That's Oxnard, exactly. Yeah. We grew up in the hood back when there was a shooting in every corner every weekend. So, anyways.
No, I think I've lived in almost every city in the 805.
Yeah.
And they are their own cities. Like, they're there. And even some cities like Simi Valley, each end of it is like its own different world. If you're West Simi, you're different than East Simi. Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, or like right here where we live at, If you punch in my address under Avocado Heights, Bassett, or La Puente, my address comes up. Now, Bassett is our Oxnard. It's our Oxnard. Yeah, we don't talk about. In fact, it's that bad that my kids, we refuse to put them at the Bassett High School.
Oh man.
We moved them to like Camarillo High School. So we drive to go pick them because my wife grew up out here, so she was like, we are not putting the kids in this school. I'm like, hey, you know better.
Like that's kind of why I homeschool.
I went to
that's part of my story. Yeah.
Yeah, no. When I first got so we put our kids all in a different high school, but then their contract means that they need to have good grades in order for them to stay there. My daughter ended up hanging out with the wrong crowd. So I had to move her to the Bassett High School. I walk up to Bassett High School and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, so the security guard comes up to me. Hey, do you need help? Look, I'm looking for the high school. He goes, this is the high school? This looks like a fucking prison. No wonder my wife said she didn't want them at that school. I'm like, this looks like a fucking prison, but it is what it is. Oh
man, that's terrible.
It is what it is. Growing up, you were a straight A student? Up until the 8th grade, based on your notes.
Apparently, Oxnard education is different than Westlake education. So, like, I don't know, like, or I think it's a combination of things, right? Like, each kid's different too, right? Like, but like literally, when I first got to Westlake High School, they literally had all these awards on the side of the building, like Blue Ribbon School for these awards, like, Oxnard used to be like, really had a blacktop to play basketball, like, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we my boys were in band, and we were, even though the Baldwin Park is not a bad town, there's not a lot of parents that participate in band, so they were the brokest band. We only had like so many parents helping and everything. You go to these schools and banners, and I'm like, holy shit! I think I'm moving my boys to this school instead.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you see like the difference in how much they care, I guess.
Yeah. Everyone over here hates Chino High School. I'm like, but they're the fucking goats, Their ceiling tells you they're the goats, So So you were again back to your straight A's. You were used to have straight A's, and then until the 8th grade. You said your parents got divorced.
Yeah, then my parents got divorced, and then I moved to completely different school. Like it's up in Conejo Valley. I think the education is a little different, but also part of me being like newly a kid with parents just divorced, like in a new city, like randomly in high school, it's pretty intimidating to start fresh out, right?
No, 100%. Like, different environment. Like your world just freaking shifted.
Yeah, I had to I don't know, I didn't really know how to fit in. I got lucky. Like someone came up to me on the first day of school, and I was like, "Hey, like, come meet my brother's friends. They're like your grade." I was like, "Wow, this is amazing. Thank you." Like,
I made friends.
Yeah. But it was a little, I don't really know a word for it, but so Westlake is predominantly white. And so they literally had, like, if you're Mexican, they had a beaner box. And if you're black, they had a black tree that you hang out near. I was like, well, I'm black and Filipino, so who do I hang out with? And
so
Mexican.
At this high school, I'm sure they had a group where on Wednesdays they wore pink.
I mean, yeah, they were definitely like, the white girl wasted, like,
mean girls.
Yeah, they wore Uggs and skirts type of thing. Starbucks every day.
I do. I quote that movie all the time. We were at a party yesterday, and one of the kids there, he graduated high school like a couple years ago. So all my son's school year were there. They're all hanging out, whatever. And then the kid that was older, he graduated in 24. These guys graduated in 27 and 25. So I'm like, he doesn't even go here. So you had your own Mean Girls, huh?
Yeah.
You're like the movie. I lived it.
No, yeah, there literally was like there was cliques, there's all that, and I don't know. I fit in with entrepreneurship. Worked great for me. So that was a great way to find friends in high school.
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
So obviously your new environment, parents just got divorced, your straight A's went to shit.
Yeah, straight F's.
Oh yeah. And what were the conversations like with the teachers and the parents? What's going on?
To be honest, I wanted to give up. I wanted to go to a continuation school because it's been so much easier, right? Like, easier-ish, right? Like, you get out of school earlier, you can do whatever you want, right?
No, I went to no. I went there. No,
they need a little more help. They definitely need a little more love and attention. So I remember my Spanish teacher. She just like, you're not going to make it. Like, you know, like no matter what you do for the rest of the year, you're not going to pass. My PE, you could run laps, right, to make up for credits.
Yeah,
I guess that's how we did at our school. Like literally, my teacher's like, you've missed so many days because I was ditching a lot. So they're like, you missed so many days that you can't even run enough laps. So for summer school, I did PE and Spanish and math, I think.
9th grade, I missed so much school in 9th grade that they had no records of me even being a student.
You just like disappeared off of it.
So when I went to go start my 10th grade, they were like, we have no recollection of this kid being here. So they made me do 9th grade all over again.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah. So I was already 1 year behind. Because when I was supposed to be 5 years old to start kindergarten, I was 6. So by the time I hit 10th grade, I was like pushing 18. And they're like, nah, this kid's too freaking old. He's got to go. And they put me in the continuation school. And I was like, fuck, I hate it here. So I just pretty much waited till I became an adult to go to college and went to college instead.
Maybe I think my counselor might have known like continuation's not for this girl because like she believed in me and she's like, you're going to go to ROP, which is like, they took me on a bus to Camarillo and they have like different, trades you can learn. So they have like welding, they had like an admin class, they have like dental class, florist class, and then they usually like intern you out into the world. So it's better if you ask me than regular school because they give you a job. Like school doesn't give you a job.
Yeah, you said that the first time around that time it was the first time you realized how much an environment can impact a person.
Yeah, so like you're saying, if I would have went to continuation school,
it
probably actually would have been shitty and like would have been worse. I would have been into like the absolute wrong type of entrepreneurship. And I think ROP was great. Like it's the hindsight thing. You don't realize it when you're in it. You think it sucks, and then you're like, it actually like it was for me. There's a reason why I had to do it. I'm
sorry. I'm sure you said it already, but can you educate me again on ROP?
Yeah, it's like a regional occupational program. So usually I think you can take it like as an option. Like if you're just a student who wants to take these like special trade classes, you can do it. But they use it for the students who are behind in credits because you get way more credits by taking these classes.
Oh, okay.
And they'll have like welding. They'll have like an admin class, computer classes, like dental, florist, like a special trade. And then they intern you right after.
Yeah, I didn't have that option when I was a kid. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn it. So I will let you know that there is a cop in the family. There's a cop in this podcast also. So even though it's legal now, but it wasn't legal back then. Your parents found out you were smoking weed.
Yeah, they searched my room and they found it while I was at work, actually.
Invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy, man. Damn.
Right. Like these, I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily search through my kids' stuff. And that's just a reason. I must have gave my parents a reason. So.
You must have. You must have. So you said that they stopped paying for extras.
Yeah, they cut me off. They're like, if you want to do this, like they already knew, like that's just how kids are, right? So they're like, all right, if you want to do all the fun activities your senior year, you have to pay for it yourself. Like you want to go to prom, you want to go to grad night, you want your yearbook, your class reading. I had to pay for all that myself.
Unbelievable. You know what? That builds character, though.
It did, but they were also trying to take away my job because they were like, "Oh, she's like having this extra time at her work." Like they wanted me to like have no access to be able to smoke weed. I'm like, "Well, how can I pay for all this stuff if I don't have a job?"
Exactly.
Like, they let it go, like and like just made it like more.
Like
strict.
I'm buying my own supply. I'm supplying myself.
Yeah, obviously, and then I don't know what I can say on this podcast.
Anything.
Is there a statute of limitations?
There is no using words like unalived. There is none of that shit.
I was like, can you incriminate yourself? And
Officer Ricky, we got her. Officer Ricky.
Is that us? She's here now.
Nah. It's funny because we went to go play golf a few months ago, or last month, and for Chavez Day, and my buddy was so nervous to go, and he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Dude, you're bringing a cop with us." I'm like, "Bro, bro. The first thing he's gonna tell you is that it's fucking legal. 2, it's out of his jurisdiction." And he was like, but he was still nervous. He was nervous, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" So we get there. I'm like, "Hey, dude, Rick, what's up?" I'm like, "Ryan has a question for you." And Ryan's like, "Fucker," like, you put me on the spot. I'm like, "Dude, he's got a question for you. Ryan, just ask him." "Hey, man, so I brought some weed out of my jurisdiction. 2, it's legal." And he was like, "So," I'm like, "See, bro." So after playing golf, he's like, after we were done and everybody left, him and I went to go get something to eat because he had a little too much to drink. And he was like, "Hey, man, that Ricky guy is pretty fucking cool." I'm like, told you, dude.
It's just like a title. And yeah, my dad, he's a retired correctional officer.
Okay.
It's the same thing. My friends would be like, "Your dad works at the jail." Like, I don't think, but I mean, like,
yeah, no, there's nothing. You can say anything you want. Like I said, you don't have to sugarcoat it. You don't have to use words like unalived. There is no cancer culture here. So,
yeah, well, I don't know, because like you're saying, I bought my own supply. I got smart, and I would charge kids because, like you're saying, I grew up in the time where it was legal if you got a card, and I had a card. I went to the dispensary. The other part I was doing, probably not the
Ricky, we got her. Ricky, we got her, dude. Oh yeah, we got her, bro.
It was a friend deal. This is between
shit, people still do that shit all the time, man. People do that all the time.
Yeah, but I was kind of basically charging them for mileage if you really want to like make it legal.
There you go.
Because we would drive to the dispensaries were only in the valley. So you go to the valley, you go to Woodland Hills or whatever, you buy in bulk. And then same thing like the stores, right? You buy in bulk. Yeah. You sell regular price, and yeah. It's a good, I mean, it was, it helped me, I told my mom eventually, and she's like, "That's actually smart. You didn't have to actually buy them." Like when
I hit, rock bottom, and cause in 2008, the economy hit bad and I lost my job. I didn't work for 2.5 years. Why? Because I just had a brand new freaking criminal record. And 2, the economy was just horrible. Nobody was hiring. Once my unemployment ran out, that last like 6 months, looking over my shoulder, you know what I mean? I slang DVDs.
Oh yeah, see, look, everything. There's like a little like illegalness about some. Like I know this lady, she sells sunglasses with Raider stuff, and she goes at the football stadiums, which is super illegal to do that in front of there unless you have the permits, right? But she a lot of money.
one of the what they called back then at Walmart, that one of the shift managers. So you have the store manager, and then you have the shift manager. That fucking guy was my number 1 customer.
Oh, look at that.
And then once I got my job and I met my wife and we started dating, and I was still doing it. She reminded me, she's like, you don't have to do that anymore. I'm like, I know, but my numbers are down. Like the sales are dropping. No joke. I had to survive, and I had to feed my kids. And there was a week where I made like $300, and I was selling them for only $3. My brother's like, you can get them. And I was only doing the ones that were out on DVD already. I wasn't doing the in theater ones because people are gonna come back. Hey man, this is like shit. No. I only got the DVD quality. And Oh, and then the Insanity videos came out back then. Slanging those for 20. You know what I mean? And my brother's like, you can sell them for more. I understand that, but a greedy person gets caught.
Yeah. Okay. Look, the other thing I was gonna say too. Like, it reminded me, like, we used to do all this stuff, and it was like, okay, but once I started to get into the entrepreneur world of real things and like things, that actually like I'm a big believer in God. Like when I started doing things that actually served Him, like it was way better.
Yeah.
it was like,
mom. Yeah. It's a good cause, Mom. It's for a good cause. Yeah. Jesus stamp approval. We're good.
Yeah. Like you could tell the difference, right? Like right now, the Skate 05 business that I have, it's like, I didn't really want to start right now. I have literally a broken femur from skateboarding. sounds weird to have a skateboarding business, right? But it's actually like I'm using my pain for purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm teaching kids how to not get hurt like me. I'm teaching the proper way to follow and I think, it's like a whole community. So I'm getting them in that community.
And you're not the first skateboarder teacher that I've had on the podcast.
What? I need to meet them.
Yeah, he's cool, dude. Oh, he was in the movie Lords of Dogtown.
What?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He's a good buddy. He's a good buddy of mine. I don't remember the number of podcast episode he was on, but he was on my podcast, and as the next little conversation you're having, I'll look for it. But so you got a job at 16 at a movie theater.
Yes.
Near her high school. Look at ChatGPT speaking of you as the third person.
Oh, dang it!
So, yeah, no. So you got a job near a movie theater nearby.
Yeah,
and
I walked it after school.
Became a manager after 18. At 18 years old?
I worked my way up. I was just a regular floor staff, cleaning the theaters. And then I got to chief of staff, so I got to supervise all the kids. Then I went to elite trainer. I trained all the people. And that's where I met my oldest son's dad through that. He was one of my trainees. And then manager at 18.
There you go.
It was fun. It's its own little business, right? A movie theater is a business.
Exactly.
So once I got through when I saw okay, you order stuff. This is how much it costs, but then this is how much we sell it for. It blew my mind. I'm like, these cups cost less than $1. You're selling them for $5. Like that's insane. And there's thousands of people that come here all day. It's a good business. So that's kind of where my entrepreneur mindset started.
Any celebrities go and shut down the movie theater for themselves?
Yeah. No, but they have us sneak them in.
To the back, right? To the back, right?
That's not possible. Yeah. So it's kind of cooler when I was a manager because then it would be me. I get to sneak them in.
I heard that Miss Lopez complained about she wanted the back area where the trash cans were at spotless. They're fucking trash cans.
Yeah, that's sorry, that's a lot.
Yeah, de pasas, Lopez. De pasas. Let's see here. So, you noticed how much money the theater was made on reselling, and it clicked. You were like, "Oh shit, this is a good idea."
It's a great, yeah. That's, for my traveling business, it was great too. Up those numbers, and yeah. But then I think too, I started selling my shoes. I had Jordans. I resell the Jordans. I'd resell everything. Yeah.
Really quick recap back to earlier. Episode 115, Super Selfish. My buddy Mike is on that podcast episode, and he talked about smoking blow with Heath Ledger.
Oh, look at that!
I'm just joking. He didn't do blow. No, I'm just joking. He would not own up to it. I'm like, bro, you smoke. You fucking did blow with Heath Ledger. He goes, no. So I'm just joking. 115 for your records.
Okay.
So. You did say, you stated earlier that you hustled to pay for your own. I believe you said it already. Your own yearbook, prom, class ring, everything, because they were cutting you off.
It was cutting me off. They're like, yep.
So you stated that if you after pretty much you figured it out. You stated that if you wanted something, you get it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. My mom, she did something cool. She had me write down my goals. She's like write down 3 things you want by the time you graduate. I was I wrote down I want a car, I want to be a manager or something, and then I don't know what the other one was, right? Man, she kept that list. It was so cool. And then after I graduated, she gave it to me. She's like, read the list.
Nowadays they call those vision boards.
Exactly though, right? But she did it unintentionally. It was so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So working,
it does work. Yeah.
What happened? I'm sorry.
No, the vision board thing. It worked. I don't know. I'm a super
Dwayne
my stories. I wrote it to you.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. No, okay, fuck. Someday.
I know.
Someday.
Yeah, I know that guy.
We share the same birthday, by the way.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What?
Being a wrestling nerd back in the day, and he sits on live television as a little kid. I'm like, he just said what I think he said. So you realized that working at the theater was too intense, no holidays off, and it started you started to feel like it was too much.
It sucked, man. Working Christmas, working Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
So, banking was my next choice.
Yeah. Washington.
They have holidays. They have a lot of holidays.
Oh yeah.
Like one a month.
Literally, I'm a state employee now, and literally, yeah, we get like Chavez Day. I never had Chavez Day in the last.
Oh, that's another different thing too. Up the grade and down the grade, even though if the education is different, the holidays.
Yeah.
So Oxnard, we had the Chavez Day, right?
Yeah.
In Westlake, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, all the Jewish holidays, and I never heard of those in Oxnard.
The people in Monrovia, down here, they had apparently what's it called? LGBT day off. I'm like, damn, bro.
The whole first day.
They gave you the day off for the whole month off.
Man.
So different environments now. You're working at a bank compared to a movie theater. And that's because my son just started working recently, and he just started working, and he was like, at first I think when he was interviewing at jobs, he was always saying that he couldn't work weekends and he couldn't work holidays. So we kind of caught on. I'm like, dude, you can't say that. They're never going to hire you. He said, but I don't want to miss family events. I'm like, guess what, kid? That's the sacrifice of life. Yeah. You will miss events. Yes, those days are over. For Easter, he got off at 2, and there was families that needed to take off at 2 because they had a long drive. And my wife pretty much stopped them. Like, can you guys just wait? Andy just wanted to go pick him up. He just wants to see you guys. And I drove. Luckily, my sister-in-law doesn't live far from it. And I went to go grab him, pick him up, got him back. And he got to see most of everybody because he was like, I'm not going to see anybody anymore. Huh?
Yeah. You don't get that back.
No, exactly.
That's like literally part of why I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's exact reason. Even though you just said like that's a sacrifice I'm not willing to make. I skipped the military. The military is a great offer. I said no thanks.
You tried to enlist, or they were trying to recruit you?
And my whole my family's military. I don't think I wrote this in there. But I was going to do the buddy system with my cousin, and because that's too much of my life. I have so many things. Like I was going to do the buddy system with the Air Force. But, and I talked to a recruiter, but I give them all the excuses, and they're like, no, you're good. Like I didn't want to cut my hair. I have tattoos. I didn't want to cover my tattoos on my hands. I was like, no, like you don't want me. They're like, no, we do. Like, and they're trying to convince me like we're good. But then I got pregnant with my oldest. And so I was like, I'm not going. My family's like, no, it's going to support your kid way more. You're going to have the money. I'm like, yeah, but I can miss his first steps. I can miss his first words. Like, fuck that. Like, no, I don't care.
Ooh, she said a dirty word. I'm joking.
Okay.
But at first, like you tried to, we'll get to your kids right now in a minute, but you tried to apply before, but your grades were affecting you to get a job?
Yeah, at the bank. Like, so at the bank, they have like a program where it's the high school intern program, but you get paid. And my friend's mom worked at the bank. So I was like, yeah, like they're going to let me in. And no, they said your grades are too low. Your GPA was not 2.0. We don't want you. Like, no matter how good of a worker you are, we don't want you. And I'm like, okay, like it sucks, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I worked at the movie theater instead, and then, excelled there. And then when I went back around, I applied at the same exact bank. And all of a sudden, they're like, oh, now you have the skills, like, and you're good. So, okay, we'll give you a chance. And I was so thankful because it was great. Like, that's where I learned everything.
My daughter was in high school. She was a track star. And I say star because she was the only one at one competition to come back with gold from the whole class, the whole team, right?
Yeah.
And, but then her grades started slipping. So I went and pulled her out of track, and then the coach was like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not raising it 2.0. And I pulled her, and she was so pissed off at me, but sorry. Hey, your grades her grades come first. In fact, one day, so I saw her walking with this little boy, and I went up to her. I'm like, hey, how come you're not in tutoring? And she's, I'm away. And I was like, well, get your ass up there now. And then I looked at the boy, and you as long as her grades are low, I'm not going to approve of this. And I did like a weird hand movements like at them. I'm not going to approve of this. And then he got so freaked out that he would always take her to tutoring himself. He said, no, I want your dad to approve of this. So,
oh my gosh.
as long as she has bad grades, I will not approve of this. Whatever's going on. And they told me I put the fear of God in that kid. I'm like, good.
Hey, whatever. If that works, I'm glad it worked.
Exactly. So you said, obviously they finally took you at the bank, but then you is this around the same time that were you working at the bank when you became a mom?
I became a mom like a year, no, maybe like 3 years into working at the bank.
3 years?
Yeah.
This is a nice, like, bunch of gaps.
Yeah, I'd done a lot of things. And, like, I don't know, I just pivot to whatever, like,
I'm sorry. I meant your kids. 15, 8,
in the gaps?
5.
Yeah. Yeah, I had like a 7-year gap. And then the... 3 and 3? 3 and 3. But I have a stepdaughter too, so I guess I didn't include her in my list there. But she's 7 years older than my oldest. So it's 7 years, and then the youngest. So right now she's 23. So 23, 15, 8, 5, and 2. So nice. She's the sister of my youngest 3.
Nice. Yeah, I have a 22, a 18 going on 19, and a 17 going on 18, and that's it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's fun though. I literally did not, I don't know, I never really thought about how many kids I wanted. I just got a bunch of them.
You got a bunch of them. So what was the feeling of, your mom's already upset that you're smoking weed. Now you got to tell her you're having a kid. What's up with that? How does she take the news?
Yeah, well, I was like 20. So
in that case, never mind, Mom.
You can't tell me, but
get out of here. Get out of here, Mom.
I mean, they of course they said stuff like, because that's where they're saying, like, go to the
military.
Yeah, like, you're fine. I'm like, no, thanks, sorry. Like, but my brother isn't in the military, and I do see, like, I can see, like, the difference in, like, he has 2 little kids, and, like, he's been in the military 17 years.
But so how much of those 17, how much of that has he missed the kids? How much of that has he missed there?
So his firstborn, he missed, like, the first 6 months of that kid's life. He didn't see his first kid born. So it's not worth it. He has such a nice house, such a nice, the Pinteresty life where he has the epoxy on his garage, home garage, Teslas, the whole thing. But
I had a lady come on the podcast years ago about talking about that life, because it's like, yeah, I mean, this is my personal belief, is that if you're going to be in the military and you're going to be gone, I get it. You're going to be gone to create a better life for your family. But at the same time, in a way, you are kind of mentally fucking your kids up because you're not there for them.
Yeah. I mean, now, like, yeah, there's now he is, but he's going to get deployed. And his son is old enough now to know his dad's going to be gone for a couple months. And, like,
I've always said, why are you going to have kids? Go serve your country. When you come back, start your family. But that's my personal beliefs.
Right, serve your family. Okay, that's why I homeschool. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. It's all about you take back that time with your family.
100%. What are the struggles of homeschooling? Is there any struggles?
Yeah, like sometimes, because we live in a neighborhood full of kids, and there are some other homeschooling families, but the next door neighbor goes to public school. So they're like, once a month they'll be asking me, can we go to a regular school? Can we go to public school? Like, we can, but the life that we're living, you're gonna have to change it. Like, you get to have slow mornings. If you can wake up at 7 a.m. for 5 days a week, sure, let's try it, right? But there's other reasons too why we homeschool. But I think it's also like knowing what to teach them is a struggle, right? You're always like wondering, like, is this right? And I guess not for me, socialization is not hard, but for a lot of homeschoolers, in their mind, that's hard. But really, your kid's socializing everywhere you go. Right? I
ask because sometimes I look at some of the homeschool parents and I'm like, you have no business homeschooling your kids. None whatsoever. I think it's also the reason why you do it, right? Some parents might just like do it to
I don't know, fit in with other parents. So like they're not putting into it, or they do it as like, it works better for their life, maybe. I don't know. But I guess like my life is like, I could see education is different. So, but also like, you're right. Like I'm not really like a quote unquote fit to teach my kids. We outsource a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like they have a math tutor. So once they hit like those crazy fractions and all the things that I barely, I took math like 3 times in high school.
Yeah.
So I will send them to Mathnasium, and, you know, like, but then that's only like an hour. School is like 5 hours.
Right.
I don't need 5 hours of away time from my kids. Like it's nice, like as a business owner, to have that time away. But I chose this so I could have more time with them. So why am I going to send them to someone else? You know what I mean? But when they have co-ops, they call them in the homeschool world. So when you get together with all your friends that are homeschooling, it's like all the minds together, like suddenly 5 times smarter, you know? Because then, you know, this mom knows all these things, and she gives all these facts, and like, oh, cool, I didn't have to worry about that. Now my kid knows it, right? Yeah. And they're socializing, and they're all different ages, so it's actually kind of better, right? If you ask me. Like, sorry, I'm gonna be biased about it, of course, and it's a mindset thing, because we're not doing school at home. We're doing like it's our type of learning, right? Like you're saying, like because your daughter was in track, she had to have good grades because she's at school.
Yeah. In
the homeschool world, you can. I mean, like think about it, right? Like if your daughter wants to get into college, that might be why she needs the good grades, right? But why does she need the good grades? Who are we comparing ourselves to? What the state says we're supposed to learn, right? And then it's like, that's where it takes away the hardness of it. Like that's the hard part is deschooling yourself, they call it. Because like, you know, you have this idea of like, this is how you do school. You have to like learn math, science, like history, all this every day, right? But no, not really. For what? Like I'm a college dropout technically. What did I really use in high school in my business?
Yeah.
So
like I feel like the career that I have now, and I'm saying career, even though it's a job, but I feel it's a career. I'm working for the state now. So that's it. My brother said, you're fucking set. You're set. And
need auto insurance or an SR22? Like now, SolarX Insurance gets you covered fast. No license, no problem. We speak your language, shop the best rates, and get you back on the road today. Call 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719. Visit slxinsurance.com or call now 877-736-4719. Quick, easy, done. SolarX Insurance. Drive with confidence.
I don't do this job because I went to school or because I went to college, because I was, what do they call it? Street smarts, because I had, is it street smarts? Yeah, right. Common sense, you know, or learning how to talk to people, because my job is talking to people. Yeah. And it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know. For sure, dude. At the bank, that I worked 5 years at one bank and could not get promoted to banker for some reason. Like, I was like, no matter how hard I showed them I could do it. Like, I was like, is there something wrong? And I go to the other bank and like, I just talked to everyone. I started networking more, you know, I told them I wanted to be a banker. Maybe I didn't tell the other bank I wanted to be a banker. And that's all they ever thought about. Like, Jasmine's a future banker.
Yeah. And
then when the banker position came out, here's the banker. But yeah, I think that's how it works. It's who you know. That's literally how all my businesses are thriving. It's because of who I'm connected to.
So example, me, I didn't work for 2.5 years. And when a KFC opened up, brand new KFC opened up, and they needed people, I went and applied. 2 months later, I got fired. And fast food wasn't for me. But it wasn't because of that. It was because I bumped heads with the manager, because I used to be a manager, and the way you're talking to me in front of employees, the way you're talking to me in front of customers, the way you're talking to me on my day off is unacceptable. And I called him out on his shit.
Business owner.
Yeah.
Business owner, not a...
And I called him out on his shit. So that's when my brother's like, fuck, I see that my brother's not the kind of person to recommend anybody. So he was like, no matter how in the dumps we are, he won't. But he saw that I was willing to do anything. So he put in a word with my number one DVD customer, and and they got me in. And then after that, that's when I'm doing my job. and I get noticed by a different company, and they recruit me. They're like, come on, dude. I go to them, and because of them, I am where I am now. So it's
I guess you're right. That's what happened to me at the bank. I got the customer. Literally, I finally got out of the banking world. Like, the banking world is awesome because you can make a lot of money, like with your bonuses. Technically, there were bankers that were making more money than the managers because their bonuses were so high. But you're stuck like in those four walls, like unless you have a bank where you have like a lot of employees and you have a lot of coverage. A lot of time you're running bare minimum. Like I remember I was like, I'm a banker, and they'd like, go cover the teller line. Like, well, I'm a banker. Why am I doing this? Like, but it's because they need the coverage. And I remember my son, he got an award for math. I was like, can I go see him, like, go get the award? Like, this is important. Like, yeah, you can go watch him, like, get the award on stage, and then you have to come back. Like, I'm like, I can't, like, give him a hug after. Like, this is dumb. Yeah. Like, like, and then so I was like, whatever. Like, if that's all I can take, I'm gonna do it. So I went, and then when I came back, like, I could have stayed. Like, it was just like, one of those things where they thought they needed it, and like, I don't want to be tied down to that. So
that's why you stole money.
And so no, I didn't steal money.
That's what ChatGPT says. She got fired for stealing money. Oh wait, that's not what it says.
For being out of balance. It was BS. Like the way that works too.
Officer Ricky, we got her. Officer Ricky, we got her.
No, that's what they're like. It was $10 out of balance.
What are you fucking? They fired you for $10. No, my man.
And then, like,
what bank is this? So I take my money out of the bank. What bank is this? So I can take my money out.
Oh, I don't. It's
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't want to get sued. That I don't want to do. I don't want to get sued. I'm joking.
But other people, they'll get fired for other BS things too. Like, because you have to sign the back of the checks a certain way. Yeah. So a banker who didn't have the opening deposit signed the right way, so they said, okay, bye. Because they call it at will. What
were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
At will.
No. You were gonna say bye, Felicia. I caught that.
They're like, they can say bye, Felicia, to anything you want. Like,
I caught that.
Like one day, bye, Felicia.
She stopped herself, but I caught it. This is an uncensored podcast.
But
that's crazy for $10. No way.
$10. Because everything has to be so perfect, and I don't know. It's like a complicated thing, and like whatever. Like I was like, okay, it was not meant to be anyways, because they didn't want to like promote me anyways. Right. And so I did the unemployment thing for like a year, and just like fun fact for any of your listeners, Goodwill hires almost anyone. Like
not my son. Not my son.
Not your son. No. Oh, what happened?
He tried. I'm telling you because I think he was saying that he needed weekends off. Yeah.
Yeah. He can't work the weekends.
He can't work the weekends.
That was the best. I know. It's a weird job, but I liked it because you could it's a dumb reason, but I liked it. It was freedom, right? You could wear any color, any shoes you want as long as they're blue. So I wore different blue Jordans every shift.
I love shopping at the Goodwill. You get good stuff out of there.
Yeah, they give people jobs. There's some, hit and miss things to say about them, but I think they're helping the community still too. So.
And then you get another opportunity at another bank?
Because of, I think it's because of who I knew. I was like, it was someone from, I don't know, some connection.
You got You got your $10 expunged, huh? So they didn't know about it.
Yeah, I got expunged. No, I explained it. I explained it to the other bank, and they're like, no, it's called. If you're in the banking world, anyone listening in the banking world, they said I forced balance. If you forced balance, the next day it would be like different. And it wasn't. So it was just so complicated, and it made no sense. But either way, I don't know. But they gave me a chance. They're like, hey, like.
So at this bank, you're over here being a perfect soldier now, exceeding goals at 100% every month.
Yeah, look at this. It was amazing. Because I just did what they said. I would literally, I would see the list of the top bankers. And so when my manager would send me to the banker meetings, I would go talk to those bankers and literally be like, hey, how do you make it to the top of the list? Like, how are you hitting your goals? And they would tell me, this is how you do it. You got to do this. You got to do this. And then I would ask them, why are you telling me this? Like, you're not going to be number one anymore because now I have your hacks. Like, I'm going to be number one.
Yeah.
They're like, no, actually, like, I'm happy to, that's that saying, we rise by lifting others or whatever. But they would tell me their secrets because it would make them work harder. So, and then I would be competing with them. Like, I would see them like, all right, I'm better than you in this one, but you're better than me in this one. And then we'd help each other out so that we can both be better.
And then you said again, obviously again at a bank, no time off to see your son.
No time off to see my son. I had one son at the first bank. And then when I moved to the other bank, I also still only had one son, but then I was in a relationship where we were like thinking about having kids, right? So I was like, I need to like step it up. You need to like make this a career. But there was a point in the bank where I was trying to get a raise, like a more of a raise than your regular, whatever percentage at the end of the year. I was like, look I hit my goals. I'm really good at this. I can bring even more business to Oxnard. I was in a bank in Thousand Oaks and they moved me to Oxnard and like I crushed it. Like Oxnard was finally on the map, right? Like Thousand Oaks was always there. So they're like, yes, like this is amazing. Like finally Oxnard has a name. So I thought they would give me the raise, but they said no. They said it's not in our budget. And I was like, okay, fine. So, cause of my connections, another manager from another bank was working at a credit union and they were going to give me the rate that I was asking here.
Right.
And I was like, hey, like you sure? Like this bank is offering this to me. Like, I had the offer letter. They're like, no, we really can't. Like it's literally just not in our budget, no matter how bad we want to give it to you. All right, fine. Sorry. I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm going to go to the credit union. I went to the credit union and I got pregnant with the oldest of the 3 young ones. And that's when it clicked again. I was like, dang it. Like I gotta, this is not enough. I can't just have this. I need a better rate.
Right.
So, I was about to go on maternity leave and then the other bank, they wanted me back, like so bad. They're like, no, we miss it. Like we need Jasmine back. Like you guys you're so good. Like literally 3 different people wrote letters of recommendation for me to come back. They're like, here, we sent it to the district manager. Like we have the opening. Like if you want to come back, like we'll give you the rate that you wanted. You just have to be a different banker, like a higher ranked banker. So your goals would be higher, whatever.
Right.
I'm like, okay, great, sold. Like, I'm coming back. I went back to Oxnard. I was driving to Simi Valley. It's a giant, hour distance, And I was.
And then up the grade? Were you taking the grade?
Simi is up the grade, but I was living in a city called Casita Springs, which is between Ventura and. Yeah, it's where Johnny Cash used to live.
I know where you're at.
I know where you're at. I lived under his old house.
No shit, Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash, right?
Johnny Cash, the Ring of Fire guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Thomas fires were in my backyard, stopped at his house. But the bank wanted me back, so they wrote the letters of recommendation. I went back to my old bank. They gave me the rate I wanted. And I'm like, because of who right? They really wanted me back. She's so good. They took me back. I didn't have to drive to Simi Valley anymore. But yeah, and then that's when it became where I couldn't go to my son's ward. So a customer who worked for a hemp company. I could see the companies this is not a company I want to work for. They don't get much deposits. I want to work for. That's good. This one seems solid. And so one day they came in and they're like, oh, we're looking for an admin like you. I was like, they low key said it so that they're not stealing business, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was stuck in my head because then every time I tried to ask for a day off, I couldn't get the day off or whatever, something stupid happened. I bumped heads with my manager about something. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go work for a customer watch. And I would joke about it. And I really did it. I called them up and they were yeah, here, come to the Morgan, in Oxnard, the big blue tower, the Morgan Stanley Tower.
Yep.
Always, since I was a little kid, I was I want to work there. I'd even tell my oldest son, I'm going to work there one day, watch. And then their office was in the Morgan Stanley Tower. I was like, yes, I'm going to work here. And I made it the best interview ever. I need to work here. And then they hired me, so I got to work there.
Nice. Yeah, I think my grandma shared a story once about that tall building. I think she remembered when they were building it too. She said she went up there for something. I think when they went to go buy their house, they went up there, or and she said it was fucking scary.
It is like, I mean, we were probably, I think, only on the 9th floor, so it was
It's not that bad.
But right after my interview, some lady was like, "Hey, like, you want to go up to the 16th floor or something?" I was like, "Yes." Like, she said,
Yes.
so cool.
Duh. But then again, obviously, businesses don't. You're not your own boss, so you started.
No. Yeah. Okay. When I worked there, it was cool because I had a little bit of control because I was on the executive team. Like, first, I was doing social media for them. But then, like, one day, they're like, "Okay, you're going to do operations. You're going to do payroll. We need to hire people, and you know people. So help us hire people." And I was like, okay, like, I actually legit know a lot of people who need jobs. Like, I mean, he's my baby daddy now. We're not together. But so my baby daddy's friends his friends' friends are not the best. You know, they're like people who've been in and out of jail. They don't get jobs. But I was like, this is just a hemp job. All we need them to do is like cut hemp, throw it around in boxes, you know, run forklifts or whatever. Like, we can hire them, you know, like we background check them and stuff or whatever. So that's what we did. And we were able to, like, at that time, $20 an hour was like a solid deal. Like, more. Yeah. It was like, you know, like 8 years ago. 8 years ago ish. And so like $20, I was like, yeah, sold. Like, so I literally got to hire like hundreds of people. And I've had people from my church too. So it was like a mix of, it was like literally my old pastor and his wife worked with us. And like a few, like the people like in the worship team. And then these like ex-criminals, these like people who have to like go to probation. So like, it was a cool mix. And I even hired, my company because I was doing, design work, like heat pressing shirts and stuff like that. So we needed, like, we bought our workers, those caution vests, right? And we put the company logo on the back. So then I hired myself. And then that's like another, like a bigger version of a business, better than a movie theater. Cause I would see like investors invest millions every week, every month to cover our payroll, to cover our equipment costs, to cover like, right. So then we would pay these equipment companies thousands just to borrow their equipment. Like, you know, in the banking world, I did see that happen. But I didn't understand it until I was like in that world. I'm like, okay, this is how a business totally works. This is how the money works. This is how the community is helping each other.
Right.
And it's literally like, yeah, this like $1 million goes to pay these hundreds of people, and then all these other different companies. Like, this is cool. Like, we're helping a lot of people, and the business itself is like hemp helps people in a lot of ways too, right? Yeah. So it was really sweet. And then the pandemic. So. And once the pandemic hit, we had to let everyone go.
It said you guys had like the first license in Ventura County to grow.
We did. It was so cool.
Like in Piru.
Yeah. So hemp became legal in whatever year I worked there. But like literally, like I remember we had to go to the city office like so many times to get it approved and to get the warehouse approved because the hemp was actually there in Oxnard. So we would have to like get the okay to have the hemp there in Oxnard. And we grew in, Piru, 240 acres. I guess the networking thing in hemp is strawberry fields. So strawberry fields are really good soil to grow hemp on. 100%. But then hemp is like, you have to cut it out before it gets the THC, so you can't get high. Like you literally, like they burn fields down if it has too much THC. They go out and test it, and then it's suddenly you can't grow it. Yeah. But it also was a saturated market. So it was one of those things where it was like worth millions of dollars when it first became a thing. And then there's so many hemp companies that now it's like hundreds of thousands. You know what I mean? Like
hemp kills hemp. Hemp kills hemp. Beer kills beer. And it's like seltzers kill seltzers. I worked for a beer company for 12 years. And when I remember Voodoo Ranger came out with their first hemp beer.
Oh.
Didn't do so well, but they tried.
I didn't hear about that one.
But they tried it, and then other companies try to come up with their own style. And I'm like, no, now they're putting weed in beer. No, mames.
No,
but
it
was crazy. I remember putting the first hemp beer poster at one of the liquor stores in Azusa. But you said you were about to start saying that the pandemic hit, and then. Everyone had to go.
We let them all go, but we still had a little bit of a company. You know, we kept like the science team, the team who made the products, and our sales guys, and then like a little like admin me. And so we transitioned, you know, it's like we pivoted. So now we didn't have this giant field, giant warehouse. We sold all that. We got a company to make hemp cigarettes for us instead. So now instead of like giant boxes of hemp that we were selling to companies to do with whatever they wanted, we had our own little company. And I got them on Amazon, which was pretty cool.
I saw, yeah. Amazon 7-Eleven?
And 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven things are cool. I have a broken leg right now, but back then I also had a broken leg, and I was going to those 7-Eleven meetings on a little scooter with my cast, and like it was fun though. Like it was quite an experience. Like I got to almost live an entrepreneur life, but still have a boss. That part was kind of.
And in the same week, the company shuts down.
Yeah. Oh, dude. When we sold the warehouse, got the beach house, then eventually shut down. And same week that one shut down, a mom friend posted she needs a nanny on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, so I go from hemp world to being a nanny. I mean, my kids would come with me to work every day.
I would love to see a resume.
I honestly, like, that's why I don't think I could have a job, because like I try to put it on LinkedIn and it looks so weird. Like I didn't know what to do.
Oh man. So you became a stay-at-home mom because of the nanny job?
Mostly, like, you know, like their kids are about the same age as my kids, and then I got pregnant with another baby, and around that time it was school time. So that's like they didn't need a nanny full time because the kids were going to school. And I was like, okay, I guess my kids, this is the time I have to decide. I had homeschooling in my head, as we homeschooled during the pandemic, during the 2020 days with my oldest son. And it was good, but I was pregnant also. And his stepmom was also pregnant. So we both were like in the new baby world trying to homeschool. And it seemed like crazy back then. So we sent him back to school. But then sorry.
No, you said pregnant with your fourth son, and then when nanny kids started school,
the nanny kids started school. So that's
homeschooling began.
I signed up for there's a public school that we could walk to, and then I signed up for the homeschool. There's these things called charter schools, which it's a public school. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, but you can homeschool. They have a homeschool version of it, and I budget everything for my kids. So like, my kid goes to outdoor school now, and the school pays for it, like $500 every 5 weeks.
It says, is it the Community 805?
No, that's the business that I give these resources out to.
Okay.
Community, like back in the pandemic days, I heard about this charter, the same charter school that I'm using right now. It's called Blue Ridge. And like Blue Ridge helps students in like LA County, Ventura County, Kern County. Like they have like a whole school district, right? And so back in the pandemic days, my son's stepmom was like, "Hey, sign up for Blue Ridge. They'll give you a laptop. They'll give you all these things to buy curriculum." And I was like, "No, thanks." Like it seems like a lot of work, you know? Like I don't know. Like it seems like what we're doing is working. We were going to like different pods. But then he went back to regular school too, so I never looked into it. But then come back to like after the nanny job, when I'm signing up my kids for kindergarten, I signed up for that same charter school that she mentioned, the Blue Ridge one, and we got in. So I was like, okay, like this is a weird, like, how do I homeschool? Like, what do I do next? You know? And Blue Ridge is pretty cool because they give you like a support teacher. So they give you like it's a teacher you don't have to report to every day, but if you want to talk to them every day and get tips, like they're happy to give you like, okay, this curriculum will work best for you. This curriculum, this class will work. This class will work. And then you just give them work samples once a month. But they give like you a budget of like $3,600 to use throughout the year on whatever you want. That's educational based. Like you don't have to even have a plan. Like you can just like kindergarten. We picked like random shit. Like we were like, all right, we're gonna try outdoor school. So we tried that. And we did they call it Glitter Barn. So it's an art class. So we did an art class. We did some mathnasium. That's the one that is a math tutor. And we'd use our funds on like random things and like to see it was overwhelming. Like I do not recommend homeschoolers to do that many activities, but it let us know like what we like. And the outdoor school one is the one that stuck. All the other ones were just like fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but so it's a kind of a cool, like a segue into homeschooling, right?
Yeah. Because
like after third grade, I don't know if I want to be with the charter schools. Like I'm going to still be with the charter school next year because that's third grade, so I can experience what I think I don't like. But I don't want my kid to have to do testing. Like, to me, it's like you're saying, like, who cares? Like, I literally do not care if he's at level right now. I don't. Like, if you met him, like, he is, like, the most, like, energetic. He can communicate very, very well. And his, like, you know, his ideas are, like, definitely higher than second grade level. So I don't care if, like, he can't do math or sentence.
My son is in college right now because he wants to be a speech therapist for kids. Nice. But he first thought about being a physical therapist for kids. And then my wife, working for a physical therapist herself, he told her, like, tell him to do speech therapy because they don't have that many speech therapists out there. Do a speech therapy and he'll pay less and he'll have less schooling. And my son's like, shit, all right, boom. So he switched what he wanted to do to what he's doing now. And it's funny hearing him have a conversation with my wife about child development. Like, damn, Mom, I see why you eliminated screen time. I see why you did this. I see why. Because my wife also did child development classes, and because she wanted to be a teacher. And I'm like, I see why you had all these rules. We thought you were just being mean mom, but it's like, you know, because you know, she's not even their biological mother, and she's already setting rules and like checking me on how much PlayStation I can play. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, man? This is my time to de-stress. It took her a couple years to realize, wait, that's how, like, he de-stresses. Like, he needs, I'm like, look, babe, let me just get one kid going, oh man, and I'm happy. I killed this little kid on Call of Duty and I'm happy. Yeah. You know? And, but yeah, no, he's like, he's going to school and for being a child, speech therapist. And I'm like, there you go. Good for you, kid. I mean, for that, he does need to go to school. Pero
but it's traits. It's focused on what he wants to learn. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not this broad range of things. Like, that's what they're trying to tell me right now. Like, hey, your kid needs to learn how to write a sentence. Like, for what? Like, right now, like, he's good at, like, he's skateboarding out there. Like,
the youngest we told him, dude, as long as you go to some kind of training school, trade school, because I mean, we don't
know it, but yeah. It's like, I'm not saying like you don't need school. It's just there's a better way to do it. Like,
no, 100%.
There's a better way to do it than the public school system's doing it. That's all.
100%. Yeah. 100%. But after the let's see here, after you had your fourth son, obviously life took a turn. You found out that your partner was being a cochino, and you even spoke about domestic violence, which I was making a joke earlier. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I mean, because like seriously, if you don't talk about it, people don't really know. But then once you do talk about it, it's kind of crazy. Like, people spoke up to me about it a lot. Like people that I wouldn't think either. And like, wow, a lot of people are experiencing this.
Yeah.
And because there's like a process. Like, you know, there's this place called Family Justice Center. And it's awesome because they do all the paperwork for you, all the hard filing kind of stuff. But doing the paperwork is hard because when you do the paperwork, it's reliving everything again. You have to put it all on paper again. Like you're stuck. Like it's hard. And a lot of people, they stop there because they don't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to relive it. So then it never happens. They never get, it's not to say it's justice. I think something needs to change. It's not like, okay, I want to send him to jail because this is happening. It's like, no, like let's get them the help they need so that our family can be the way it should be, whether or not we're together.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where, but it was crazy because, like literally, like I used my business to kind of help my relationship. It was like, hey, like it wasn't like I was stay-at-home mom after the nanny thing because I still was doing like DoorDash. Like I brought the kids to go do food deliveries and like I was making money, so I had a car payment I still had to cover.
Yeah,
but then like postpartum is real. Like it's like having a new baby, like trying to adjust to like an extra kid.
Yeah,
and cleaning the house and then making sure everyone has attention. Like it's a lot. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of like I was at the park one day, and since we're homeschooling, and I used to do pop-up markets for my onesie business. I used to sell. I had a breastfeeding brand, and I would sell my onesies in consignment stores at the Pacific View Mall, the Oaks Mall, and then the pop-ups, like the farmers market, not farmers markets, but small business markets. You know?
Yeah.
And then so this mom was like, "Hey, like since you're doing homeschooling, why don't you do a homeschool market where all the pop-ups are like a convention, like how they have in LA, and like, you know, like you bring the music studios, you bring the outdoor schools, you bring the YMCA, you bring the jujitsu, like, so that all the families have all the options. And I was like, you know what, like for real, it's like that is what you need, because on all the Facebook groups, every day, how do I homeschool? And there's this long list of things. I'm like, oh, why don't we like bring that in real life? Like, you know, so we did it. And now, 2 years later, we turned it into a nonprofit. So, cause, in the homeschool world, there's no funding unless you're in a charter school like me. You have to pay for everything out of pocket.
Okay.
But if I wasn't with a charter school, I don't think I could pay out of pocket. We'd be doing all the free activities. So that's where our nonprofit closes that gap. We give resources. We connect you to all the resources, but then we also get funding. Like we use philanthropy. So we'll get like all these business owners, like restaurant owners. I say, hey, we want to cover classes for these 10 kids. Here's money to cover these 10 classes. And then we scholarship those kids in. The business owners get a tax write-off. And then we promote them. We market them. You know, full circle. I call it teamwork makes the dream work.
There you go. I always say one team, one dream.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Do you was that before or after? Because I'm just going based on your bullet points. Is that before or after the infidelity and the domestic violence?
It was during it. Okay, so
during. Okay.
Like literally, like I don't know how long it was going on, but I found out the month after I started the business. So I created the email for it in February. In March, I found out about everything. The same night that I found out. Well, yeah, it started like a month after. That's happened. It was literally like a month, and then here's the business. That was it. I mean, I guess it sucks that I went through this, but I like found all these resources that I could tell other people about now too. Like because of the domestic violence, there's some program where they cover your hotel for like a week, and then if you need it longer, there's a longer process, but they keep covering it. And they cover for like a while, but then like, you know, I got lucky. I got my tax refund, so that helped too. But yeah, it was a weird time, especially because did this happen to you in hotels? You can't live there for more than 21 days in a row.
Yeah. And then you have to find somewhere to stay for one day, and then you can come back. Yeah. I
was like, wait, you got to pack up all your stuff. Like
trust me. We lived at the Motel 6 on Vineyard or Johnson for a long time.
Man, and see, but sometimes I guess, you know, the hotel owners know they work with some of the people, I guess.
Yeah.
They're like
I think my mom had a friend that was a manager at the office, and she was after the 21 days she would just move us to a different room. Like
okay.
So I'm like, it's like loopholes.
Yeah, or the manager at one of us did that for a family near us. They would just not physically stay there, but then they wouldn't rent out that room.
Yeah. So
they didn't have to move their stuff. I was like, oh, that's really nice of them. Very kind of them.
It says you became you guys made a family while at the hotel.
It was so cool. Like because I had the 3 young ones with us, and then next door to us was 3 other young kids too. And then I used networking because I could not, like, the amount of time that they had been there was like heartbreaking. I was like, I couldn't keep doing that to my boys. And like I networked. I'd ask every day if people had like a house we can rent, a back house, a room, anything, because my credit was terrible. And being an entrepreneur, you don't also have job income to go rent a place.
Yeah.
Because there are programs that can help people go get, like, with their security deposit. But if you don't have all the other requirements, you're like shit out of luck. And so I got lucky. One of my friends had a place for us, and we finally got a regular place in Camarillo.
Back to Camarillo.
So so we went from Ventura, they like kind of fitting in, you know. So I felt we didn't fit in. But the more I talked to people, the more I networked with people, we actually do fit in. It's a mindset thing for sure. Sure, a mindset thing.
So you're going through all these challenges in life, and you turn to skateboarding as a way to cope.
Yes.
So, but you break your leg.
Well, that was not part of the plan at all, but not part of my plan. Probably part of God's plan, because it's turning this into a whole business.
And again, the point of the podcast is to learn from our mistakes, learn from experience what made us better. you're sharing your stories of all these jobs and everything you went through to you find your skateboard as a way to cope, but turn it into a complete business.
Yeah.
And you're now you are your own boss. So take us through that journey of what you're going through. I mean, it says you broke your leg again, 3 weeks of class. So
I broke my leg back in the hemp days also.
Okay.
And I was like, when I knew the hemp company was going out of business, I was doing.
I'm sorry, you cut off. You did what now?
Oh, I sold shampoo on Instagram.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It sounds cringy. It did. It sounded cringy. But so back to my breastfeeding brand, right? I'm going to get to the skateboarding thing. I'm going to get to your question. But this, like you're saying, it's the experiences take you through it, right? So when I had the breastfeeding brand, I was looking for influencers. I kept coming across the shampoo girls. Like I would give them, I'd be like, hey, can I give you a onesie? And you put it on your kid and promote it. And they always said yes. They loved it. Like, and then but one girl was like, hey, can you put Monate Mini on there? Monate's the shampoo company. I was like, okay, like whatever. So I'm like, if you're going to promote it for me, sounds good. So she did that. And I got like 20 orders from her doing that. I was like, what?
Nice.
Like, maybe I should. Yeah. So I put that onesie in my store with all my breastfeeding ones and this random Monate one. And the Monate one was like in the top 3 always, every month. And so when I was pregnant again with the baby, I was like, this is like making onesies is hard. Like my orders were getting 100 onesies a day. Like I was selling really good on Etsy. Like I YouTube university'd myself. I'd watch all the YouTube videos, like see how you can do it. Like, right. Like I was technically a business owner back then.
Yeah. 100%.
But now with these businesses, it's more like more serious. Like, you know, I felt like it was like a hobby business. This time I'm helping other people. I have like employees. Okay. It's kind of cool. And so, yeah, like I was like, that's so cool. So then I sold shampoo instead of the onesies. And then the shampoo, mindset is where it clicked, because even though it's, you know, MLM thing, they are business gurus. I would go to meetings with Tony Robbins. Like I started seeing Tony Robbins in real life. I saw Ed Milet in real life. I saw Mel Robbins. Like they're smart. Like those conventions, like those MLM bosses, like our CEOs, whatever, super smart. Like, cause to give these people the tools that they need to succeed in their business, they would give them social media team. Daniel G. I don't know if you ever heard that guy. He's like a super sales and social media guy. Like they'd invite him, and if you got high enough ranked, you would train one-on-one with them. Like it was like super smart. And like in Full Circle World, I found like CDs that, like I was telling you, my mom would give me that list. Like she had all these like concepts in her mind. Yeah. But like if you don't use the tools all the time, that's where it stops you. That's the difference in successful people and not successful people. You can watch all the YouTube University things you want, but if you don't go and do it, it's just knowledge in your head. Like that's it. You're a super smart person. You're straight A Jasmine. Like that's it. You know, but to be a successful business owner, you got to like use those tools. And so like I found a CD like my mom had from Ed Milet, and I was like, whoa, like I saw this guy in person. My mom knows this, but why is she's still working for the state. She's ready to retire from the state. Now, that's cool, but like, you know, like I don't want that. Like I need to like have the time with my kids now. I need to have like the things I want for them now, not work for it and retire for it. Like it's awesome. But so yeah, so in the skateboard world, I literally just I connected with everyone I knew. I had a vision board, which came from another thing I do on the side is I teach entrepreneurship classes to kids with a nonprofit called Fishbowl. And so they have like an 8-week class, right? And so every week they do something different, and I would do my skateboarding business plan with their class. Skateboard business vision board. The next week we made like keychains, because it's kind of that same concept my mom said, every time the more you see it, the more you believe it, right? And the more you're talking about it, we need magnets for our fridges. So like your business I have a little skateboard on my fridge. And so I would just talk to everyone I know ever about skateboarding. And so we got invited to a homeschool woodshop class. Like since we're in the homeschool community 805 world, you know, my kids got invited to woodshop class to make tic-tac-toe. I was like, okay, cool. Awesome. My kids are going to love this. We went. And at the woodshop class, I was like, hey, do you guys happen to make skateboards? Like, And they're like, actually, like 2 years ago, we had a summer project where the kids like decorate their boards and like we have all the parts. And we have like 35 sets of parts that you can just have. I was like, what? Like, thank you. So they donated literally what I needed to start my business. Like that was like the financial part that I couldn't do. I was going to raise the funds. I was going to ask my business owners to say like, hey, like, do you want to do this? Do you want to donate this so we could start it? And I was going to start it in like months. And then when that one happened, I was like, you know, like I have the broken leg. I was in a walker at that time. So I was like, this is like this is kind of like, I have all the tools. I have the testimony. I have the business plan. Like, let's just start the class and see what happens, you know? Like, and I'll figure it out from there. Like, I was like, I'll figure it out along the way if people actually sign up, you know? And so I made a sign up sheet instantly that same weekend. Like, I had a class in Oxnard with 10 kids fill up, 2 classes in Ventura. The homeschool class filled up, the after school filled up, and there was a wait list and everything. I was like, dang, like, okay, like, I guess this is meant to be. I guess I have to keep doing it. Like, this is, and here we are.
Yeah, no, that's great. Freaking, you said you built, what does the SK stand for? Skate? Duh.
Yeah, it's just like skate, like, you know how like SK8
That was such a dumb question, McFly. Come on.
It's all right. Like, if you're not from the 804.
I am, but I am.
I was like, if you're not in the 805 right now.
Yeah, true.
Then...
My phone number still says 805. What the hell? And, you already talked about...
They buy my merch.
Yeah, I'm loving your sweater.
Thank you.
So you hired homeschool moms to help teach and expand into new cities?
So that's that fishbowl class.
Okay.
Class that I teach. That's
what I say about the podcast. When you start talking, it's not an interview, and you pretty much talked about all this stuff already in your In your it says you also in your speech you also reconnected with the family from the hotel through church.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, my homeschool. Okay. So from Homeschool Community 805, we were doing the homeschool markets, right? And people are like, oh, since you're already doing markets, why don't you have kids set up booths and sell stuff for them? And there is this company. Now that we're talking about it, you're going to see these ads too. But
right.
There's some ad on Instagram. It's called Children's Business Fair. And they find people all throughout the country to host children's business fairs. And they literally just like hold the space for kids to have their business. So like, you know, they don't, the fishbowl thing I kind of do on my own and I teach the kids, but this company, they literally just want you to have the fair in different cities, and they have like different Jasmines in different cities. And so I host now I call it the 805 Children's Business Fairs is my umbrella of their company. And, like they help with like prize money and cool stuff like that. And so for like the past year, we've been setting up like either at, our homeschool vendors, like parking lots. Like the first one we did was at Shine in Thousand Oaks. They share a parking lot with like Century High School and, another program for kids. I forgot what it's called right now. Sorry. But anyways, like we used their parking lot and like we networked, right? We used their parking lot, and we had this really cool event where kids set up their own booths, and they had like slime, they had bath bombs, they had like 3D printing. And it was like half homeschool kids and half fishbowl kids. So like the fishbowl kids, you can kind of tell like, cause they already had like set businesses. Like the girl with the bath bombs, she had all her marketing. She had her like business cards. She had stickers. She had like bags with her branding, all because fishbowl taught her that. And then like, I was like, wow, okay. So I want the homeschool kids to know this too. And then in this, you know, connected world, in the homeschool world, if you're in a charter school, there's this long list of vendors where you can use your money on, right? Fishbowl is one of those people. I was like, what? So we can have homeschool entrepreneur classes, like our group of 10 kids who meet every week, they use their funds on fishbowl class. And now we have a class where these kids are all going to learn how to open their own business. And so that's what we're doing. And so we create these little pods of that. When they have pods of 10, they all either pay out of pocket or they send in their purchase orders from their school. Fishbowl pays for them. Then they get this little workbook, and now they go week by week through the workbook. And then at the end of that workbook, they have literally a business plan in their hands.
Oh, damn.
And so I have a fishbowl book of Skate 05.
Nice.
Like, yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, the teachers, like, so we teach it. Oxnard's coming up next week. We're at 2 schools in Oxnard so far. And some of the teachers will be, I'm a homeschool mom, so I'll be one of the teachers, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And other business owners. And we'll bring people like Rico Rixo is from Oxnard, and he sold snacks out of his backpack. And now he like blew up on YouTube. Yeah, he blew up on YouTube, and he got like the YouTube plaque where if you get hit over 100,000 subscribers, they send you the silver play button.
Nice.
And so we brought him out to the Children's Business Fair last year. And he interviewed all the kids, and I think it motivated them, you know, because it literally, they saw this real life kid from their same area. They succeed from business. And so that's kind of what I try to teach these kids out there in the world.
So from straight A's to F's, to managing a movie theater at 18, to getting fired from a bank for stealing $10. Just joking.
Bro, I'll say that. That's what they want to call it.
To building a company and then losing everything, to now running a community helping kids build businesses and confidence. Who is this woman?
I don't know, Jasmine Bryant. I even changed my Instagram name because I wanted to be serious. Like,
yeah,
I was Wojaz forever. Like, I was like, I'm gonna be Jasmine Bryant again.
So you didn't allow rock bottom to fucking take you. You don't even anywhere near close to rock bottom.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I hit rock bottom. I just knew how to get back up.
Exactly. Exactly. We've gone through pretty much, like I said, a lot of these little bullet points that you share with me. I didn't have to ask them because you went through them. And so we're pretty much towards the end of the podcast. You know, you being a mom, you have a couple little kiddos, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, 8-year-old, 15-year-old. So they're all young enough to not listen to this podcast. Again, I've said it multiple times. This is a grown-up conversation. The kids can listen to it as when they're adults, but that's up to you. Your 18-year-old, 15-year-old, whenever he wants to. If you have a message based on what you've experienced, what message would you give your kids right now when they listen to this?
To never give up on your dreams.
Obviously. Come on, Martinez. Common sense. Oh, shit, dude. That's 2 today. That's great. I always tell my kids the same things. Like, dude, don't go through what we went through. Like, I was having a conversation with my son the other day. I'm like, dude, if I'm talking to you, it's because I'm speaking from experience, not because I'm being a difficult dad. Yeah.
And, well, it's true. Like, if you have a dream, if you want to do something, if you want to homeschool, if you want to be a business owner, and it's in your heart, and it's in the will of the universe, right? It's going to happen. Like, it literally is going to happen. Like, that's why I didn't think Skate 05 was going to happen. I didn't think homeschool community, I didn't think I was even going to homeschool, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, if it's literally like I had the dream of homeschooling and you don't give up on your dreams, it happens. Like what you put this, like how sound works, since this is a podcast, this is going to be out there forever, like you said.
100%.
And all this advice, like, it's great. Like, it's good. I always want to say like the best things, because then like sound vibrations stay in the world forever and they keep bouncing off until Yeah.
You want to share all your socials, websites, everything right now?
Yeah, I got a lot for you guys. No. Skate 05 is SK805 Life on Instagram. And that's the skate community. Homeschool Community 805 is the Instagram for the homeschool resources. Our kids' business fairs are the 805 Children's Business Fair. And if you want to just see all my shenanigans, it's Jasmine Bryant 805.
There's a lot of 805 thing going on. I don't know what's...
That's why I figured. I was like, I don't know.
Why 805? I don't know.
They call me that actually when people talk to me, like, oh yeah, you're that 805 girl. I changed my Instagram name.
I know. I started following people on the Oxnard page, on the Oxnard Instagram page. I just started following people, and I'm like, why is this guy hitting us up, right? So I changed my bio to include the word Oxnard and La Puente.
No, yeah.
But really quick. This episode was sponsored by SolarX Insurance. Fast, friendly, and affordable coverage. Need an SR22? They can help. Ride a motorcycle? Covered. Already have insurance? They got options. SolarX helps all drivers no matter the situation. Call 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719 and get back on the road with confidence. Call my boy Juan. This insurance company was founded out of Oxnard, California.
I was going to say, I see them all the time in Oxnard.
I went to school with the owner of the company.
That's amazing.
So, Jasmine, like I end every podcast, thank you for riding with me.
Thank you, Andy. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Andy podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.